Okay, so here we're going to be looking at what we refer to as kinetic stretching, where a lot of the work that we've been doing previously is looking at end range control, which is great to open up that range of movement. What we're now going to be looking at is strength through your full range of movement, because that's the way we move. We don't just move at our end range. Anytime we move, we're moving through larger ranges of movement, so we want to make sure we have that strength and control through that full range. So the kinetic stretch for the sleeper stretch, we're going to go back into that same position for the sleeper stretch, and then we're going to start with this arm vertical as opposed to taking it into our greatest range of movement, and then from here, hand is just going to go onto the wrist. Now, the first thing we're going to do is use everything on the inside of the shoulder to try and actively pull yourself as deep as you can into that movement. Top hand can be there just to give a little bit of an extra push when you get towards that end range, but really what we're thinking about is that shoulder actively trying to internally rotate as much as we can. The top hand then comes into play, I should say, on the second part of the movement. It goes on top of the wrist and it provides resistance as the shoulder tries to rotate back out. We want that bottom hand to win, but we want the top hand to make it work hard as it does so. So we squeeze the hand hard, using everything on the inside of the shoulder to actively rotate it in as much as we can, and then provide that resistance with the hand on top of the wrist as we push out. Now, as you push out, what I want you to think about is the shoulder trying to rotate out like that. Don't just think about the hand. Think about actively trying to work everything, all the tissues and muscles around that shoulder joint just to get that better connection. The more resistance you provide with that top hand, the more work that shoulder's going to have to do. The more work that shoulder does, the stronger it becomes, the more adaptation it will see, the more mobile it